Hello and welcome to another episode of Squirtified Engineering. I'm Squirtified and I'll be your host for today. So if you want to stay up to date with all my different projects, then please consider subscribing. I have many of these. The home improvement stuff is one genre. The main genre or category is my Supra, but everything in between is what I do. So in this episode we need to take care of something nasty, the kitchen fan. So it's good to do it both for your health and for your safety. And for your eyes, I won't be showing the disassembly that much because it would be very nasty. So from here we will skip directly to the cleaning step, which I won't be showing so much of either, but I will give you an idea of what's required and how you can use car products in the household. There are so many great products that you can use which will ease up on the work. So have a look. So perhaps you need to look away. I will let you know when it's safe to look again. It's something quite nasty, and I started with like a heavy-duty degreaser, petroleum based, to make like a rough cleaning, and then moved over to Bollnäs Bilvård BBV RT Plus, a nicer alcoholic degreaser, and I didn't water it down. So let's have a look at what it looks like. So this is what it looks like in the canister, and this is what it looks like after cleaning. Okay, so it's safe to look again. It's very nasty, and I haven't shown you more parts of the cleaning process because it's just too nasty. I'm not sure when it was cleaned the last time, but yeah, I'm not the one who installed it, and I've only been in this apartment for a few years. Yeah, but it was due for a thorough cleaning. So the next step is shampoo. Here's the reason why you should wear gloves. Here we have all the pieces clean and drying. Nothing is covered in grease anymore, which is really nice. So I would let this dry for about a day and then come back to you. So it's actually 2 days later. Everything is dry and ready to be assembled, and I think this is the part where the video actually matters, because the disassemble is not that hard. You just take one piece at a time. The harder part is, for example, like this. So the plastic which holds the controls, it won't slip through this layer of metal, so it needs to go underneath, getting assembled with this here, this piece. And then you have the fans, which comes from the other side, and you have the wiring, some wiring bracket, etc. So the pieces that I think we can hold off on are the filters, this cover panel, and the clear plastics for the lamps, which I've removed so that I avoid crashing them. Also this duct the worm clamp for the duct hose that can also be installed later on. So I think the first step is to mount the fans into the housing, as well as this connector, this contact. It has this, which is for when this piece is moved in, so that you stop it. So the panel with the sliding switches, they are semi-tricky to get in. Like so. And then the same one goes for the other one. You get them tilted in, flip them up, and then they are okay. So the bits required, ouch. So this tiny flat blade is only used for the sugar cubes, as we call them in Swedish, but sockerbitar. And then we have two sizes of torque screws. So the smallest one is a T10. And then we have a bigger one, which is T15. So the T10 is for the screws holding the fans to the metal. So, but I think we're gonna start with this switch, otherwise I will forget it. So it's one screw and then this thingy, because there's a cutout in the metal for that. So get the wires through. So, and then we need a screw, and maybe I should have checked. So I had to go through the screws. I've removed two from here because they are for locking in the entire thingy in the cabinet. So we have these. They are holding this fan cover to the metal plate. We have these two, which they are holding the cable to the plastic. We have these, which are holding the connector and fan, and I believe this cable cover as well. So then we have these five, which they hold this one in place, and then something else that I will have to discover later on. So let's take care of locking in that switch. Like so. And then we're getting the fans in place. I don't think it matters where they sit, but they need to be mounted from the other side. So no, this is wrong. I meant that they go in from the other side. Like so. Like so. And what we know now is that the cables are going like this, and the cable cover will go like this. So this one can be like this. So a bit tricky. And we have the cable from the switch, which is going here in this and then coming out here. And what else? We have two screws, maybe it was these. Yeah, so I was wrong. These two are for keeping the protective ground in place. So that should mean that this one is mounted sort of like this. So that means that we can take that to the side And this is then something that we need to have available. So it should be something like this. So if we take this out, that's okay. There we go. So then this one will go in like so, and this one will then be here like so. So here we have the connectors, and I have a lousy pick here. So from the fans, put this to the side maybe. We have black, gray and white. And what we can see is that we have a black, and then something, and then gray, and then white. So this one would be sitting like this, but on the inside. So black one connected, the gray one connected, and then finally the white one connected. So there we have all the speeds. Then we have this one and this one. So that one will just go there. This one go down there, I hope. Like so. And now. So I have this one. I'm not sure why I disconnected it, but this one should then be here. So we need the flat blade. Okay, so I cheated a little and looked at the wiring diagram. So the reason why I removed this gray wire was because it was connected to this one. So it was connected to the brown one. So the switch is then breaking the phase marked L. But this one needs to be routed through here. So let's do that. So it will go like this, but it will need to come down through here. So something like that. And then take the flat one again and disconnect the gray one, just so that I can connect. Let's do it like the wire diagram, and like so. Okay. And then we will have, so we will have the red one, we have the blue one connected here. So let's see how we will do this next step then. Those will actually be So those were not like that. So this one needs to go through. So I want to make sure that nothing can poke out. And then we have the blue one. Like so, I think. I wonder if this is enough. I also need to fit in this one somehow. Like that. This was a little bit tricky. So much easier to take apart. Let's see. So the tricky part, or the trickiest, is that you need to tilt it in order to get the screws in. And without cutting your fingers off. Like so. So on this side it's okay, on this side not. Now everything is in. Oh yeah. So later on we will see how many screws I have over.
Okay. So now that's sort of in place. So I think okay, so it looks like I failed. So apparently I didn't get this piece incorrectly. So I need to back up a bit. So we then need to tilt it again so that I can undo these screws. I think that's okay. I guess we then have the same issue with this cable. There we go. Seems to be working. So then we can install the fan cover completely. So I thought. Like so. So now we have one over there. I have one in there, so I guess I will have to take that once the fan is upside down. In other words, installed. But I then have 5 screws that I'm not. So let's see, I have. Oh, I know. We have 3 screws for this. So first we do the ones for the ground cable. Like so, and then this one will go out there, and this one just be down here. And then we take this one. Like so. So in order to easily get the fan in, I will disconnect the door. Like so. So before I slide it in any further, I will bring up the cable. And if you've seen a fan before, then you know that modern ones have flappers to get rid of the cold air coming down. This one has this, and when I was washing it, I lost one of the weights. So basically it's just a piece of trim. There are only 2 screws securing it in place. There are brackets going into the sides of the cupboard. That holds the fan up. So this is just so you don't, when you try to start it, you don't pull the entire fan down. Moment of truth. It's not turned on. blowing quite decently. No pun intended.
So as you can see, it's in place and it's working. The reason why someone should do this is not just because it's nasty or that you run the risk of getting grease dripping down and destroying a delicious meal. It's that you run the risk of starting a fire. You only need one spark, so to be on the safe side, clean it. And because of that, I didn't really care if I were to destroy the fans. I was quite sure that I wouldn't destroy them by cleaning them, but I would rather buy a new fan than running the risk of starting a fire. Even though the risk might be low, it's still a risk. So now we can use the kitchen fan for a long time, I hope. So yeah, as you also saw, it was a bit tricky, at least to assemble it, because you need to do it in certain stages and be sure that you connect it correctly and so on. But often there is a diagram, a wire diagram glued to the unit somewhere, and that's what I had on mine. But if you don't have that, or you just want to be on the safe side, then take some photos while you disassemble it. And with that, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Stay safe, take care, bye bye.